Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. Please subscribe and come back often to get more valuable health information. Could insects be the future of food? Find out why crickets and cockroach milk might soon be on your dinner plate. There is a shocking truth about insect-based foods and the global movement pushing them onto our plates. In July 2024, Singapore's food agency, SFA, approved 16 insect species for human consumption, including adult house crickets, grasshoppers, mealworms, and silkworm larvae. Insects can now be used in a variety of products, such as insect oil, pasta with insect ingredients, and insect-infused chocolates. Restaurants in Singapore are starting to incorporate insects into their menus, with some planning dishes like silkworm sushi and crispy cricket garnished dishes. People who believe in the insect-based diet say that it is a sustainable, culturally diverse food source, with over 2,000 species consumed worldwide. Insect consumption is not entirely new, especially in regions like Asia, Mexico, and Africa, where hundreds of insect species are already part of the diet. The push for insect-based foods is part of a broader green agenda, supported by organizations like the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, which promotes insects as a more sustainable protein source than traditional livestock. There are production challenges when it comes to producing an insect-based diet, especially for insect-derived products like cockroach milk, which is time-consuming and labor-intensive. There are also potential allergy risks. They are very significant, especially for individuals with shellfish allergies, as insects share similar proteins that can trigger allergic reactions. There are also concerns about the lack of regulatory controls on insect products, which may increase the risk to consumers, especially those with food sensitivities. Who is behind the move toward human insect consumption? The push for insect consumption is seen as part of a globalist agenda to control the food supply by promoting ultra-processed, patented foods like synthetic meats and insect-based products. This agenda is driven by the idea of sustainability, but is criticized for potentially being a ruse to normalize less desirable food options, such as insects, for broader control over food choices. There is a growing concern about synthetic foods, like lab-grown meats, which are already approved by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, and has already entered the market. Critics argue that these synthetic foods are worse for the environment than traditional livestock and may have negative impacts on human health. The article suggests that these initiatives are part of a broader plan to eliminate traditional farming and create dependence on mass-produced, ultra-processed foods. The World Economic Forum, WEF, is seen as a key player in promoting this agenda, with its leadership pushing for global collaboration to create a more sustainable future. However, there are concerns that this collaboration is more about imposing strict control and limiting freedom, with little room for dissent. Many people believe that switching to insect-based and lab-grown diets is not the solution to food security and environmental concerns. Instead, they suggest exploring other viable options that do not involve giving up traditional farming or accepting ultra-processed, patented foods as the new norm. An insect-based diet is often promoted as a sustainable alternative to traditional foods. However, there are several reasons why it is less viable than a diet based on natural, unprocessed foods. This kind of diet is unhealthy. Insect-based diets come with potential health risks, especially for those with food allergies. Many insects, like crickets and grasshoppers, contain a protein called tropomyosin, which is also found in shellfish. This means that people with shellfish allergies could experience severe allergic reactions while consuming insect-based products. Moreover, the lack of thorough regulation and proper labeling in this emerging market increases the risk of exposure to harmful substances like pesticides or pathogens that might be present in insect farms. In contrast, a diet based on natural, unprocessed foods like fruits, vegetables, and whole grains offers well-documented health benefits with fewer risks. These foods are rich in essential nutrients, fiber, and antioxidants, supporting overall health without the unpredictable side effects associated with insect consumption. Imagine someone with a shellfish allergy unknowingly eating a protein bar made with cricket flour, leading to a severe allergic reaction. This is a real concern given the current state of insect product labeling and regulation. While insect-based diets are often marketed as environmentally friendly, the reality is more complex. The production of insect-based foods, especially in large-scale, industrial settings, requires significant resources and energy. For example, producing cockroach milk is extremely labor-intensive and energy-consuming, making it far less efficient than traditional farming of natural, unprocessed foods. Also, insect farming can contribute to pollution and require considerable inputs like water and feed, which contradicts the sustainability argument. In contrast, a diet centered on natural, unprocessed foods, especially when sourced locally and grown organically, can be much more sustainable. These foods often require fewer resources, generate less waste, and can even contribute to soil health and biodiversity when produced through regenerative farming practices. Consider the difference between cultivating a local vegetable garden that enriches the soil and supports local ecosystems versus the intensive, resource-heavy process of farming insects in controlled environments. The former is a more sustainable and viable option for long-term food security. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and come back often to get more important health information. Until next time, be safe, be well, and be prosperous.